Okay, so I wanted to set up the iPad as the controller this time, and also the sound module, and run it into the MacBook Pro. I haven't received my cable that actually allows you to do the opposite, which is send it from the MacBook back to the iPad. As soon as that comes in the mail, I'll show it to you how it works. Okay, so what we have here is I took an app that is in on iOS and the iPad. It also is on the iPhone too. It's called Thumb Jam, and Thumb Jam has is kind of like a rompler that you can play the instrument sounds. And I used this where's it called? Hang pan drum that they have in here. Let me see, find it there. So I really like a hang pan drum, and I don't know how to play one, but I can play the notes, right? So I played kind of a melody. Then I chopped it up, and here's the 16 chops of each note. So then I made a sequence, and this is the first sequence. Now you should be able to hear it. So then I took that sequence, duplicated it, and then went in and removed some parts so that it would sound a little different, and made a verse part. Okay, so I'm making these parts separate, and then I'm using the resample loop to put them here. Then below you can see where I have that particular file in there. So here they are here. Now I went in and did the drums. I did them separate too. I wanted them all to be on their own thing. I'll show you why in just a second. So here's the kicks and the snares and the hats. I'll play it for you. Simple. But to get some life to this, what I did was added a little bit of reverb. So let's hold. A little bit of reverb, some dirt, and some compression. Now listen. But in order for this to stick, I'm going to need to resample. So I resampled that loop. And then here it is. Okay. But then I was like, I might want to fill in there. So how could I do that? So I built a fill right here. And I'm just using the kick and the snare for that portion. And so it sounds like. Okay. So then I added that in to this with the shortened, and because it's only a bar, so that's why you see that's one bar. So here's the drums. And so same principle with the drums. I resampled. Here's the fill. So I used the same thing, this right here on hold, and resampled it. And now I'm going to turn that off, so you can hear the drum fill. Okay. So and here's the drums. So then I put together, this is the verse. So I put the drums here with this verse. So you can see the two here. And I'm going to trigger this chorus one. which will have the drum fill in it. So really simple. That's how I put together this little starter piece for a track. Of course, I need to add more, like a bass, maybe some pads or something going on to complement it. But it's just an idea of how you could easily keep your parts separate, bring them together, record from the iPad into the MacBook, and use Koala Mac. Koala Mac, that sounds interesting. Use the MacBook version of Koala, and how you can create a song. Now, what makes this special is that you can, on the Koala version, you can set the in and out. On the iPad, you do not have that as an option. Not at this current point of recording this video. It's an iOS thing that they have, that Apple just hasn't changed, where you can set the in and out. Now, you can use a audio interface and do this, but if you want to buy an extra one, I didn't use an audio interface. I'm running it straight in with a USB-C cable to the Mac and just recording in. Now, loopback helps me in this. For you to be able to hear it, you can see right here I have Koala going in. That's so you can hear it. Audio hijack is my voice and the gate that is placed on there to keep the background noise suppressed. And then the iPad, you see the iPad's here. So you don't hear the iPad playing here, but it's actually going through the pass-through, just like my voice. Okay, so this is how I'm recording into the MacBook, using Koala on the iPad, which also works on your iPhone. So if you do your sample chops, maybe in Koala on the iPhone, or wherever you pull your sample chops from, you can then record right into the Koala. Now, if you don't have loopback, you still can do it. You should be able to set the in and out. Oops, that's not where I want to go. You should be able to find a drop down, and you see iPad is right there. So you could just record the iPad straight into Koala. You don't need loopback to do it. For me, recording this video, I need loopback and all that going on in the background. But if you're just going to use your iPad, you don't need it. Oh, also, another thing is, let's say your MacBook doesn't have a great, like maybe you don't have the M1 version, but you want to use your iPad microphone. You can do that. So you can use the microphone from the iPad in to record audio if you want to record or sample a sound. All right. So this is an update from the previous video. If you clicked on it and you couldn't hear the audio from Koala, my apologies. It was a user error there on my part, forgetting to put the sound of the of Koala through the loop. All right. So it should be fixed. Hope all is well. I'll see you on the next video.